European Council boss Charles Michel faces an uphill battle to win skeptics ahead of crunch talks over the bloc's proposed €750 billion coronavirus bailout, and is banking on Angela Merkel to save the day. The European Union's most senior official has presented a so-called negotiating box to capitals in the hope of getting talks over the recovery fund back on track. In a bid to rescue the plans, Mr. Michel has sketched out a compromise and presented it to ambassadors from the EU's 27 member states. But critics have claimed his new proposal is lackluster and still risks being rejected by opponents when European leaders gather in Brussels for a face-to-face summit on July 17. Sources said the Council President promised to preserve the size and ambition of the Recovery Fund blueprint proposed by European Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen during a dinner with ambassadors last night. Under her scheme, Eurocrats would borrow €750 billion on international markets in order to distribute €500 billion in grants and €250 billion in loans to pandemic-stricken regions and industries. Mr. Michel promised to maintain the balance between loans and grants when discussions between EU leaders get underway. While refusing to table significant compromises on the Recovery Fund, the Belgian claimed opponents could be handed concessions in separate talks over the bloc's next multi-annual budget. He suggested the €1 trillion package could be slightly reduced in size but not at the cost of cohesion or farming handouts. He also hinted rebates on some of the wealthier member states' budget contributions could be part of the solution. And to satisfy skeptics, such as the Frugal Four, Mr. Michel promised to look into attaching strings to any coronavirus aid packages, handing the Council more power over whether countries can spend EU money the way they want. But he warned EU capitals that there is little room for compromise in the upcoming talks, declaring his proposal the only way to an agreement. Mr. Michel is set to be hit by opposition from the so-called frugals Sweden, Austria, Denmark and the Netherlands, when talks get underway. While the fiscally conservative capitals back the creation of a recovery fund, they have all signaled the bloc should rein in its spending.